Hi, fellow viewers. How you doing? So you are doing great and you are enjoying our videos. We are back again to Easy Physics Tutor. Please subscribe if it is your first time and share with your friends that are having challenges with physics. Yes, our last video we talked about the motion under gravity. That is to say, effect of gravity on motion, either moving upward or downward. But at this point in time now, we are going to the applications of the motions with some questions given to us. That's why I tagged it cricket and a stone. The first question is a cricket, second question is talking about a stone. So now let's start with the first question. The first question says a cricket ball is thrown vertically upward with an initial velocity of 40 meters per second. Yes. Find its velocity after 3 seconds. What will enable you to know that it is a motion under gravity is, first of all, when you see vertically moving upward, yes, vertically moving upward. So it's already, gravity is already influenced. So now the first thing is we should find the velocity after 3 seconds. 1 v, we don't know. Then of course once it is moving vertically upward, the g, it becomes negative because it's against gravity. So negative 10 meter per second square. It's not given, but you should know anything that has to do with gravity, the acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Or some textbook says 9.8 meter per second square, but approximately it's 10 meter per second square. So the initial velocity is given with initial velocity of 40 meter per second. So u equal to 40 meter per second. Now, its velocity after 3 seconds. Yes. We are talking about the final velocity now. So how do we look for this now? After 3 seconds. So they gave us t as of 3 seconds. So we are going to use the equations of motion. The final velocity is actually what we are looking for here, which is v. Since our u is given to us, because it's actually moving vertically upward. If it's moving to the gravity, we are going to use the first equation. V is equal to u plus or minus gt. Yes, this is the equation that suits this. And we're looking for v now. So, well, our g is negative. So v is equal to what? What is u? U is what? 40 meter minus, what's g? G is 10 times what is t? T is 3. G is 10. So it becomes equal to 40. 10 times 3 minus 30 is equal to what? 10 meter per second. So the velocity after it has attained after spending 3 seconds is what? Is 10 meter per second. So v is equal to 10 meter per second. So that's it. Now the second question says, what is the maximum height attained and the time taken to reach it? Two questions in one. First of all, maximum height, and second is what? The time. So let's address this question carefully. Height, at this point, we don't represent with x, we represent with h, because we're talking about height. So we're looking for the height. Now, the maximum height attained. So know fully well that the initial velocity is given to us, u, is equal to what? 40 meter per second. Yes. Now, when the g is what? The g maximum height, of course, the g will be what? Negative minus 10. So if it has attained a maximum height, the final velocity is what? The final velocity at maximum height, the final velocity is what? Is 0. Yes, at maximum height, the final velocity is 0. So now which of the equation contains this? The height. So we can use v squared is equal to u squared plus or minus g 2gx. So instead of x now, we represent what? H. Yes. This s is represented by what? H. Knowing fully well that s is distance in the horizontal direction, h is the distance in the vertical direction. So now this fits into it since we are looking for h now. So let's substitute. Then we have 0 squared is equal to what? 40 squared. Our g is what? Negative because maximum height, the acceleration is going upward. So negative 10 times, what is h? H is what we are looking for. Sorry, minus 2 times 10 times h. So 0 is equal to what? 40 squared to give us 4 times 4 16. Then 40 squared will give us 1600 minus 20 h. So we are going to have minus 1600 is equal to minus 20 h. So by the time we find it, h is equal to 1600 divided by 20. So 0 cancel 0, then 2 here 1, 2 here to be 8. 2 here 1, 2 here to be 8. So at the end of the day, we are going to have 80 meter. So that's the answer. 1600 divided by 20. So our h, the height is what? Is 80 meter. So let's go to the second question. Second question says, and the time taken to reach it. So they say the height, we've gotten the height, and what the time taken to get to that height. So the time taken to get to that height. Now we see how to where our t is involved now. We are looking for the t. Now we have the initial velocity is always 40 meters per second at maximum height. Yes. Then the v is still 0. Then our g is also minus 10. So let's use equation 1. V is equal to u minus gt. So it's going to be what? V is what? It's going to be 0 is equal to what? U is what? U is 40 minus g is what? G is minus 10 times what? Times t. We don't know t. So 0 is equal to 40 minus 10t. So collect like terms, it's going to be minus 40 is equal to minus 10t. So divide both sides by 10. T will be equal to what? 10 divided by 40 to give us what? 4 seconds. Yes, 4 seconds. So that's T. Now let's go to the last question. Last question, which is the total time taken for the ball to return to the ground again. Neglect air resistance. The total time taken for the ball to return to the ground again. Neglect air resistance. Now, question 3 now, which is the total time, that is the total time, so for the ball to reach the ground, at what point for the ball to reach the ground. So now let's first look at it now. Now you know that it has gone up, it's coming down. Now what's the time taken for the ball to go up, get to the maximum height and come down? So a lot of things are involved here now. The height is involved, h, which is what? 80 meter, g. Now to return to the ground now, g, let's use 10 meter per second squared. Then from the highest point, at this point now, when it's now coming down, u is equal to 0, then g is equal to 10, then h is equal to what? Remember that if you get to its maximum height at 80 meter, the maximum height is 80 meter, then t we don't know. So let's use the equation h is equal to ut plus or minus g 1/2 gt squared. So what is h? So we have 80 is equal to u, because the velocity at which the body starts coming, the initial velocity is what? Is 0. So u is equal to what? Is 0 times t plus or minus, or let's assume plus. Let's take that because it's coming to the ground now. 1/2 times 10 times t squared. So it's going to be 80 is equal to 0 times tt. We are going to have 2 here 1, 2 in 10. It will give us 5. So 5 times t squared. So we have 80 divided by 5 is equal to t squared. So 5 in 80 to give us 16. So t squared is equal to 16. So t is equal to what? 4 seconds. So we can say t is equal to plus or minus 4 seconds. So this is the time taken for the body to come to the when it's coming to the ground. So what the total time taken for the ball to go up and come down? So the time taken for the ball to go up and come down is actually time taken for the ball is equal to 4 go up plus 4 come down. It's equal to 8 seconds. So that's the total time taken for the total time taken for the ball to return to the ground again. So that's it. We might not be able to solve the next question because we have sufficient space. So we are going to treat this question in our next video. Stay tuned and enjoy our channel. Subscribe, share with your friends, and see you.